consider parents as our most important partners from the time children are admitted as students in the community of learners up to their graduation. I would now like to call Edmund and Gina Macaranas, Jervin and Jared's parents, to share their thoughts about today's celebration. Edmund and Gina have always been supportive of school events such as homeroom potlucks, Christmas bonfires, or programs since the boys joined the community.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are the parents of Jaren.
Correction, please. We are the proud parents of Jared.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, we are the proud parents of Jaren. Just as proud as any other parent present here in this hall this afternoon, who are truly mighty proud of their children.
Yung mga parents na mas excited pa sa mga graduates, mga parents na siguradong mas marami pang pictures na i-upload sa Facebook, sa Instagram, kaysa sa graduates mismo. Tama po ba? This is the fourth graduation of community of learners that we are attending, and might probably be the last. Our two boys went to CL since they were 3. This is the reason why we are already considered veteran parents in CL. Hence, maybe also the reason Teacher Maite requested us to speak before you today. We were tasked to share with you thoughts or experiences we had on what it's like to be a parent of a child at CL. Well, in that case, we have tons and tons of experiences and stories to share. Most, if not all of them, pleasant. However, it will take us the whole time we have today to share them all. So please allow us to share just a few.
It was 20 years ago, in 1995, when we first set foot in community of learners way back in Castilla, Barangay Valencia, to enroll our eldest son in lower school. During the school visit, I noticed there were no armchairs inside the classroom, but instead, they had decentralized classrooms with tables and chairs. They had floor mats, and outside, they had a sandbox. It was totally different from the classrooms we had before. It was also then that we were handed a blue book. If you can still remember, this is our school handbook. And believe me when I say, I was able to read that from cover to cover. And as I went through those pages about COLF's innovative curriculum and educational program, there are new approaches to teaching and learning which were very different from the traditional educational program for which probably most of us parents had. This made me stop and think real hard. As an educator myself, from a university that is really traditional, being the oldest university in the Philippines and probably Asia, honestly, I had my reservations. I was a bit concerned if this non-traditional approach to teaching would be better or at least as effective as the traditional way that we have experienced as students. But we kept an open mind and we gave it a chance. As we got involved in the school activities, and from the stories we heard from our children each time they come home and how they enjoyed the learning activities for the day, it was not long after we were convinced that this kind of approach to learning is working and is effective.
Aside from the basic academic knowledge, reading, writing, arithmetic, that we expect them to learn from CL, we also witnessed how our children develop independence within the context of cooperative and collaborative learning. We saw them grow up into responsible, independent learners while also participating fully in many opportunities of working in groups, assuming both leading and supporting roles as necessary through various learning opportunities inside and outside the classroom. We have been part of the many school activities all these years. Homeroom potluck, where we get to meet other parents. Christmas bonfires, where we had a real bonfire to roast hot dogs, marshmallows, and several workshops, MI Fair, curriculum fairs, music and dance fest, that showcase the students' talents, which evolved into Dance Olympiad that further sharpened their talents on the dance floor. And then there's the acoustic night and Himi. We were witnesses on how the talents of these kids evolved from just merely singing a tune or two to actually perform on the stage. Hindi na tayo magtataka if one of these days we will be watching our children perform in MOA Arena or the Big Dome. Right? And Strapi?
We were also with CL kahit saan siya mapunta, transferring from one campus to another. Actually, 3 campuses in 4 years. From Castilla to Averilia to Montessori Lane. Sabi nga, walang iwanan. Of course, the kids particularly loved their original campus in Castilla. And they were really sad to see it being demolished. They missed the playground where they can actually run around and play basketball or futsal. They missed the tree house and Meme, their pet goat.
Oh.
They really had great memories in this campus. My son actually composed a song he entitled Memories, which speaks about the very fun experiences and memories in Castilla. But being kids that are very flexible, they were able to adjust to the limitations of their new campus and still enjoyed school. During this lipat bahay, or should I say lipat eskwela times, we did not at any one time, at any one moment, ever considered to transfer Jaren to another school. Because we believe that school is not just about the physical structure. School is not just about air-conditioned classrooms or big auditoriums or wide open field or playground. School is more about people. People who are genuinely concerned and dedicated to their vocation of being instruments of learning. At the end of the day, this is what matters most.
Thank you to all the teachers, kuyas and ates, who created an environment which can be truly called a community, where kids feel welcome, where they can just be themselves and be accepted as part of a big family. It is heartening to know for us parents that when our children leave the comforts of their home, they are in an environment where they are safe, secure, comfortable, and most of all, happy. There is no better feeling for us parents than seeing our child actually enjoy going to school. You have made CL truly a community of learners where everybody learns from everybody, students learning from their teachers, teachers learning from their students as well, and students learning from their fellow students. Indeed, a community of learners.
To the teachers, thank you for believing in our children, seeing them as special, unique, complex, and fascinating. Thank you for nurturing their inborn intense desire to learn. This will surely sustain a whole lifetime of learning. You so unselfishly shared not just your knowledge, but your precious time and love. Your patience with them is relentless. It was not always easy. There were challenging times as well. But you did not give up on them. You are indeed good at what you do. Thank you for shaping these kids into fine young adults and making them equipped with enough self-confidence to face the real world. Again, to all the teachers, maraming salamat po. Pwede po ba nating palakpakan ng ating mga magigiting na guro?
To our co-parents, firstly, let us congratulate ourselves. After all, we were our children's first teachers, and we have always been in partnership with their teachers all these years in shaping them into who they are now. Look at them now. It was not too long ago that they were just toddlers running around. Look at these responsible young leaders, the young ladies and young gentlemen that they have become. My co-parents, job well done. Pwede po natin palakpakan, mga co-parents.
And to our dear graduates, I know that you're filled with mixed emotions right now. Part of you is excited to go to big universities and colleges, but part of you wants to stay in the company of people you have considered as family during your growing up years. But there will come a time, like today, where you will need to go out of your comfort zones, to extend your boundaries and to widen your horizons. The diploma you receive today should not be thought as a reward, but rather see it as an opportunity, a commitment, an obligation to go forward and continue the lifelong process of learning.
And then you ask, what lives will you make for yourselves? What pursuits? What passions will you love and honor? In short, what now? Well, for one thing, now is a good time to take a deep breath. Okay, now is in fact the only time you can take a deep breath. Now is always the only time you can do anything. And that makes now the most important moment of your life. Every single now is the rest of your life, and today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Today marks the beginning of a new journey, and all along your journey, remember where you came from and the people who got you there. Acknowledging that none of this is possible if not for the grace of God Almighty. I can see the pride and confidence in the faces of your parents. They believe in you and what you can become. You're about to be on your own in a new way, in a territory that most of you is probably largely uncharted. As you go outside the walls of CL, in the midst of all the uncertainties of the outside world, do not be afraid. For you have been taught well, you have been prepared well by your mentors, you have been fully equipped with all that it takes to face all the challenges this real world may bring and end up victorious. Dream big, be great.
Kayang-kaya mo yan kasi batang CL ka. Matalino sa iba't ibang paraan. Mabuhay ang batang CL. Salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Edmond at Gina. Nakakataba ng puso at nakakasira ng makeup. Now we would like to focus on our high school students. Ayan na. Handa na ba? Similarly, several students of the senior class worked on this message from the high school graduating class of 2015. I would now like to call Isis, Ingrid P. Liwanag, and Guido Maria G. de Los Angeles to share their message with us. Isis joined COLF in her 7th grade while Guido has been in COLF since he was a toddler. Ngayon, naglalakad na siya. At hinihintay pa niya si Isis. Diba, gentleman na siya. Halika na.
We are astounded by the changes each of us has shown during the past years. Being here is our proof that we have made it. Here today, dressed in our finest Filipiniana attire, is our testimony that we are ready to step into a new chapter, and you, our parents, teachers, and schoolmates, are our witnesses. Welcome to our final moments as high school students. It has been a roller coaster ride, filled with ups and downs, good and bad days, all leading up to this. So welcome parents, teachers, classmates to our graduation.
We as students enter school with open minds and hearts, like works of art in progress. We fill and enrich our lives with experiences, with knowledge and skills we gain and emotions we feel from our day-to-day interactions. The greatest thing about studying in CL is that these opportunities and experiences seem limitless. Moreover, we don't just fill our own canvases. Many times over the years, We work on a mural together. From thinking about our concept and design, planning our approach, preparing our materials, mixing and blending our colors and our media, checking on how we complement each other's contribution. The murals we work on, literally and figuratively, allow us to create and construct works of art. Not just for ourselves or our school, but also for the communities around us.
When we graduated from the 7th grade, each of us was a ball of angst wrapped with the questions, who am I and what am I supposed to be? Entering high school was like meeting each other for the first time. We explored all of our nooks and searched beyond our corners. We were taught how to accept our flaws and embrace our strengths. We were made to understand how being different is the reality of life. People are not meant to be like one another. We are expected to bring another flavor to the table, a flavor that is uniquely ours. We learned that in this life, we would not succeed without the other person. No one is ever alone. Our classmates are the people who filled up our days during our 4 years of high school. They are the faces we see each morning, and their thoughts are the last we hear before going to bed. They are the people who are closest to us. They are the ones who stood beside us through challenging and triumphant times.
During the years that we have spent together, we have guarded each other in the classroom. We were all given tasks, projects, and tests, but we never found a reason to compare each other's work. In CL, being at the top of the class or receiving awards was never our motivation to work hard. There was no sense of superiority from feeling a few are more intelligent than others. Here, they made us understand that we were all intelligent, although not necessarily in the same ways. So it came naturally to cheer each other on. We help each other. We work together. We saw and understood each other's weaknesses and strengths, but our individual differences never hindered us from helping one another. In fact, it encouraged us to further push one another to improve. Our class shares a special bond. We go just beyond knowing each other. We laugh in unison. We work through difficult times. Just like siblings, we might not always see eye to eye, but we always have each other's backs.
When we entered high school, we were given more responsibilities. In CL, part of the high school curriculum is a community outreach program called High School Social Action Program, or HACCP. This enables us to go to different communities and institutions to facilitate activities and teach young children less fortunate than we are. We all take part in planning, preparing, and facilitating learning experiences for them. It is through reaching out to others that we get to know the community beyond ours. Participating in HACCP activities showed us how much bigger and more complicated the world is outside our small school community. It allowed us to interact with the world outside, and it showed us the power each of us has to help change our surroundings for the better. Clearly, all our lives in CL, we knew that the classroom is not the only place where we can learn. We learned very much by interacting with people and communities outside our community. In CL, we were not only students, but also teachers.
Community of Learners is a vibrant school community that understands and values the distinct nature of children and teens, and regards us as learners with the capacity to create change. It deliberately builds an open climate conducive to much thinking, discussion, and inquiry into the structures of society, the issues and challenges that confront our people. As young Filipino citizens, we know we must always remember what we are taught here in CL. To be independent, analytical thinkers. Amidst the many contradictions we see, to live by principles we highly value, such as honesty, generosity, seeking to understand, and learning to respect each other as equals, as human beings. We dream of helping to build a more humane society, to contribute in our ways and participate in creating a fair and just system that does not only favor the privileged few. The future we envision for our country is one with no poor people starving in the streets. We also recognize how critical it is to nurture and protect our natural environment if we intend to ensure that our world will continue to be habitable. CL helped us see that we all have an obligation to serve our country and help it rise above the many challenges and problems. We hope to continue COLF's legacy of enlightened students, young people who have the hearts that keep giving, and the will and drive to keep striving, and minds that not only dream, but choose to take intelligent actions.
The desire to help rebuild our country with passion and determination, and the faith we have in our dreams and the actions we can possibly take stem from our very experiences in community of learners. We have frequently experienced working together and using our strengths effectively to yield great results. When we worked hard and cooperated towards achieving a common goal, we were able to see it through. CL taught us that the world was built by a team. For example, the rice terraces in Banawe were built and cultivated by several hundreds of pairs of hands 2,000 years ago. To maintain and restore them today requires the continuing efforts of people willing to till and protect these farmlands. Yes, man was born to build, but the truth is a man cannot build alone. People were born to build together. That is why working together is essential, and CL gives all its students the gift of knowing how to be a team player, of learning how to work with others and for others.
Community of learners has taught us how to love and care for each other. We have learned that success can only be achieved if everyone is moving rhythmically to the beat of all our hearts and minds, with love for our people, our country, and faith in our God. Now we aim to share the reality of unity that we are truly very familiar with, as we were growing up in CL in unison. It is this simple yet timely message that we want to share with others. Unity is a way to a peaceful and prosperous future. We must work hand in hand to achieve peace.
The knowledge given to us by CL is what we will fill our backpacks with. The wisdom we gained here is what we will bring to the next stages of our lives. We have the confidence to step forward because here we've realized our purpose, our worth, and the role we have to fulfill. Through the activities we've participated in, we acquired the skills of organization and cooperation. We know now how to look at every aspect of a situation and how to solve problems, not because we have the answer memorized, but because we understand there is either an existing formula or a strategy we can apply, or we need to reinvent one and figure out how to apply it. We were taught unique ways of looking at things, encouraged to think outside the box. These are the tools that we will carry to conquer the obstacles that we are bound to encounter. These are the lessons that we will generously share with everyone we meet.
Most importantly, we will take with us our memories of growing up here in Community of Learners. The good and the bad, the laughter and the tears. We will keep everyone that we've met in our hearts, along with the love that everyone has given us.
We are forever indebted to CL for the lessons that life within this community has imparted to us, the memories we created together. CL will always be our second home, and our gratitude is immeasurable.
We'd like to thank our teachers and our parents for all the energy and effort and resources invested in helping us learn and grow to be the best we can at this stage. Thank you for guiding and leading us to this moment, for being patient with us and cheering us on. Aside from the very important academic subjects, you have taught us that many other valuable life lessons we will surely need and use for a lifetime.
Our hearts will always have special places for each of you. We will treasure every lesson you have taught us and every memory we have shared. On the first day of classes, we were told that on our very last day, the question that we'll have to answer is, "Am I ready?" And we are confidently saying,
Yes.
Maraming salamat, Isis at Marco. Ay, magkamukha kasi kayo eh. Guido. Pina-fast forward ko kayo kita, no? Kasi mga kuya eh, nadidistract ako eh. Okay. We would now like to award the diplomas to the candidates for graduation of the high school level. O, tiga mo, tumayo ka agad, oh. Excited. Again, we would like to request the parents of the candidate to come forward when their child's name is called. Teacher Maite de la Rosa, our high school coordinator, and the graduating class homeroom teacher will hand the diploma to the parents, who in turn will award this to their child. Teacher Maite will be assisted by Teacher Ruth Catalbas, our high school language coordinator. We will be presenting special awards to those students who have continued to make the extra effort to nurture their gifts and intelligences, and in the process have been able to achieve outstanding work or demonstrate excellence in their respective areas of strength. Isabel Diwata S. Abueva. Diwa will be receiving an academic award in Science, Social Studies, Language Arts Filipino, and an Achievement Award in the Visual Arts and Performing Arts, Theater Arts and Drama. Joel Rafael S. Akam. Mary Ann Clarice Q. Aquino. Clarice will be receiving an Achievement Award in the Performing Arts, Theater Arts, Drama, and Production. Isabel Daniela H. Arellano. Isabel will be receiving an academic award in Social Studies, English, Mathematics, Music, and an Achievement Award in the Performing Arts Music. Paulo Miguel Q. Asuncion. Kevin G. Bautista. Kevin will be receiving an academic award in music and an achievement award in the performing arts, music, theater arts, and drama. Risha May D. Bejado. Ana Katrina C. Serafica. Ana will be be receiving an academic award in social studies, mathematics, language arts, English, music, and an achievement award in the performing arts music. Ralph Luis S. Cotoco. Guido Maria G. de Los Angeles. Guido will be receiving an academic award in social studies and music and an achievement award in the performing arts music and music composition. Paulina Enrica Y. de Los Angeles. Andre Luis P. Gamit. Infante. Si Infante. Joaquin Miguel D. Infante. Miggy will be receiving an academic award in language arts, English, and music, and an achievement award in the visual arts and the performing arts music. Alexander Benedict V. Lin. Isis Ingrid P. Liwanag. Isis will be receiving an achievement award in the performing arts, theater arts, and drama. Jaren Edmond A. Macaranas. Lucas Malfay. Lucas will be receiving an academic award in social studies and music and physical education and an achievement award in the performing arts music. Maria Micaela S. Mamawag. Mika will be receiving an academic achievement award and a student leadership award. Gabriel Marcelino S. Morelos. GM will be receiving a sports achievement award in basketball. Anthony Michael K. Olivares. Anthony will be receiving a sports achievement award in basketball. Claudine Beatriz B. Perlada. Claudine will be receiving a sports achievement award in basketball. Michael Lianzo O. K. Michael will also be receiving a Sports Achievement Award in basketball. Gabriel Joshua D. Ramos. Andriana Nicola R. Rubio. Anya will be receiving an Achievement Award in the Performing Arts Dance. Angel C. Salonga. Angel will be receiving an Achievement Award in the Performing Arts Dance. Rafael Mario M. Sanchez. Jose Pascual C. Santos. Akal will be receiving an Academic and Achievement Award in the Performing Arts Music. Joselito H. Sepe. Joan Salidumay P. Torres. Alden Miguel S. Villar. Amigo will be receiving an Achievement Award in the Performing Arts Dance and in Multimedia and Visual Arts. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the 2015 high school section. Congratulations! At marami pang trabahong padating. Mundo na ang aalagaan.